Peterbot is one of the best players in Fortnite right now, and if I want to actually start qualifying for tournaments, I knew I had to get better. So I decided to follow his exact routine and see if it would actually make a difference. But his routine consists of a lot of things like aim training, PGs, ranked, and more. So at the end of this tournament, we would have to see if this training paid off. Heading into Peterbot's first step of his routine, he likes to aim train, so that is what I decided to train first. Bro, this is impossible. Ain't no way. How do you even do that? 57%? Yeah. After that aim training, I only got 58%, and honestly, it was pretty demotivating. I mean, is my aim really that bad? So going into the next step of Peterbot's routine, I knew I had to play my heart out and good practice it. The next step Peterbot does is PGs. PGs is where you 1v1 someone, so I decided to 1v1 someone who could bring a challenge. The score ended up being 5-4 against Quantify, but for this next step in Peterbot's routine, he focuses on zone wars, so that's what I did. Oh! No! Oh!
Goat! I'm the goat.
Yeah, he's a zone wars demon, but I was still happy with the practice, so I moved on to rank.
Sorry. No can do that. Nowhere near my rage bit. Nowhere near my rage bit. I just saw you. Got me dropped twice.
After dropping a bomb, I was feeling confident, and for the next step in Peterbot's routine, I went into scrims, where you practice your endgame, and since they're usually stacked, I had to lock in. Yeah, that scrim was stacked, and I was playing on NA Central on 50 ping, but that wasn't enough to kill my confidence going into this tournament. And for the last step of Peterbot's routine, I got help from a coach, which is my friend Wazy, for advice. He's in Division 1 with over 10k PR, so I knew he could help me improve, and he basically said that I got to make more endgames and play a higher layer in stacked lobbies. So going into game 1, I knew all this training wasn't for nothing. I had to win. Getting a top 4 while starting 10 minutes late only put me around the top 1600, which wasn't good since qual was top 400. And after dying off spawn in game 2, I knew going into game 3 I had to lock in and show this training wasn't for nothing. Getting a top 2 there put me around the top 200 in the leaderboard, and if I kept this consistency up, I would be able to qual, but in this next match, I would end up getting 2 kills and dying. So going into game 5, I was looking for a top 5. I decided to farm and get cap mats and get good loot, so now I'm ready if anything happens. I was running low on mats, so I would need to find a refresh. A top 5 there was very good because I was in the top 50, which meant that I was way in qual, and this training I did was starting to pay off, but this is where everything started to go wrong. With me being in qual range to me having one match left to qual, I decided to risk it all and key. All this training comes down to this last match. After almost dying, I had to reset. So I farmed up a bunch of mats, grabbed some heals, and once I was fully ready, I went straight back to W keying. Fortunately, I qualified, and all that training finally paid off because when that tournament ended, I finished top 386 overall, proving that Peterbot's routine actually worked.